With only 10 games remaining, we are still in a Premier League title fight, and after thumping Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Europa League, we are through to the quarter-finals, meaning we have the chance for both domestic and European glory for the first time in this career mode. And with a game in hand and City still to play in the league, our title hopes are still well and truly in our hands as we head into today's season finale. But of course, if you're enjoying this series so far, please feel free to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Now, last episode I asked for your help in how I would be able to get the best out of Jude Bellingham and Bruno Fernandes, who haven't quite hit the heights that they did last season. And one piece of advice you gave me was to give them both a free roll. Now, this is a bit risky because it could leave me defensively a little bit vulnerable, but we've got one opportunity here to try and win domestic and European glory. I want to get more goals into this team. I want to improve their performance, so we're taking the risk, and let's see how it goes. For now, though, it's time to get stuck into some football, and we are kicking off today's episode with a 3-0 battering of Leicester City, courtesy of goals from Frankie de Jong, Antony and Marcus Rashford. And more goals, this time from Eriksen, Patrick Schick and another one from Rashford, are enough to secure a 3-1 win, this time at home to Middlesbrough. And of course now it's time for our Europa League quarter-final clash against Porto, and as ever we do sim the first leg and we get the job done. 2-1 away from home, goals from Pau Torres and Rashford again give us a really good position into the second leg. And the good results just keep on coming. Sancho and Schick at the double, 2-1 United away at Aston Villa. And those results mean we consolidate our position in second. We've built up a huge gap over Liverpool in third, but more importantly, we have dragged the gap to 3 points to City, and it is well and truly a two-horse Manchester race for the title. And more importantly, my word, look at our next game. It is against City at Old Trafford. But before that, we have the small matter of a huge second leg tie in the Europa League, the quarter-final of the Europa League against Porto. And you will see from my starting 11, I am taking a calculated risk. With a 2-1 lead heading into this leg, and with City up next, I decided to rotate my squad. Henderson starts, Martinez, Gay and Dalot at the back, Anthony, Rice, Casemiro, Eriksen and Neto in midfield, Memphis Depay and Rashford start up front. Casemiro tried to look for a wonderful ball over to Anthony on the right-hand side as he managed to stay onside. Looks like he has. Lovely dink ball in, and Rashford just couldn't get his head on it. Casemiro again in midfield, gives it to Declan Rice in an advanced position. He finds Rashford. Can Rashford find the net? No, he can't. What a block from the goalkeeper. Anthony going to try and flick this one back in, looking for the head of Rashford. Couldn't find him once again, but Casemiro will pick this one up. It's been all United in this opening 12 minutes here. Anthony going to try and put a ball in again, and again, we just can't seem to find the right man. Martinez for Porto, into Dan Schumer. Lovely tackle by Dalot, and Dalot now can release Anthony on the right-hand side. Oh, he's taken that beautifully. Look at the work from Anthony. He bursts forward here. I'm going to try and shift it onto my left. Anthony to strike, and he smashes it against his own player. Marcus Rashford into Declan Rice. Look at this run from Declan Rice. We've been sensational so far in this game. The only thing that's missing is putting the ball in the back of the net. Rashford just trying to find some sort of angle to pass the ball, and instead decides to run it out of play. Eriksen into Memphis Depay, who's come deep. He's been pretty quiet so far, but he gives it to Rashford in a dangerous position, and Rashford strikes, and Rashford puts us 1-0 up here. It is a much-deserved 1-0 lead, 3-1 on aggregate, and this time Rashford made no mistake. Anthony just trying to skip away from the defender and gives it to Declan Rice, who finds himself forward. He gives it to Depay. Depay to strike. Oh, that is sensational. That may well be the best goal I've scored all season. Memphis Depay with the outside of the boot just curled it round the goalkeeper. It's 2-0. Porto now have it with Martinez, and it's 3-on-3 here in the attack. That's a lovely ball into Gabriel Veron. He drives into the box. That is a sensational finish. Defence caught napping there. Porto right back into this game. Porto look to break once again here. They've got up ahead of steam here in this early doors in the second half. And Dan Juma now to try and bring this one forward. Lovely little dinked ball right across. And Martinez managed to get there. Mark Gay trying to be shoved off the ball by Dan Juma. But Gay does enough. Gets the ball clear, and now we can try and break here, but we end up giving the ball away. It's Pepe, of all people, who wins it back for Porto. Martinez getting in the way now. It's all over the shop here in this second half as Martinez tries to bring the ball forward here into Memphis Depay. I'm going to try and put an end to this Porto comeback. Anthony now across the box into Rashford. What a save from the goalkeeper. Declan Rice into Casemiro. Casemiro under pressure. Porto are not giving this one up. They're 4-2 down on aggregate, but they keep going, and it's Gabriel Veron, the goal scorer, who wins it back off of Martinez. Dan Juma now into Pepe on the left-hand side. Pepe, lovely footwork. Couldn't beat Henderson, though. He could have and should have scored there. Martinez into Sancho. Lovely flick into Eriksen. Christian Eriksen now driving into the box. He's got no one over. He doesn't need anyone else. Christian Eriksen, he puts this game to bed. It is 3-1 here at Old Trafford against Porto. 5-2 on aggregate, and Christian Eriksen, what a goal. And that is that. The referee blows the whistle, and in the end, after a pretty tricky second half, it must be said, we take a comprehensive 5-2 victory on aggregate, and we sail through to the semi-final of the Europa League. And what a tie we have in store. Borussia Dortmund in the semi-final, and if we want Europa League glory, we're going to have to do it the hard way. But speaking of glory, here we go. The biggest match of the season so far. It is a clash at the top. Both Manchester teams at Old Trafford. Now, last time we played City, it was at the Etihad, and we managed to beat them 2-1. And as you can see from the table, we have to beat them again. Even if we do win due to the goal difference, we will not be able to go top, but we will be able to put some serious pressure on them. And looking at the starting 11, you will see I've gone back to my usual strongest 11. Varane, Areo and Torres at the back. We've got Anthony, Jude Bellingham, Frenkie de Jong, Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho in midfield. And of course up front, it is Patrick Schick and Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes in midfield, just trying to twist and turn away from the challenge of Bernardo Silva, I think it is. And he does a really good job. Gives it to Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham into Patrick Schick, the man of the moment. Patrick Schick tries to find Bruno Fernandes, and he just scuffed at that with his left foot. That was a big opportunity in the opening 5 minutes. Bruno Fernandes again on this left-hand side. It's been a really good start from us so far, and Bruno Fernandes just driving past the defenders. Whips a great ball in, looking for Rashford. Patrick Schick takes 2 heavier touches off Rashford again, and they just get it clear. Oh, my word. Kevin De Bruyne for City tries to bring it forward, but it's Frenkie de Jong who puts the challenge in. Not strong enough, though, and it's Rafael Leao who brings it forward into Haaland. Haaland just being shoved off the ball by Varane. Great defending, and that is exactly what we needed. And now we can try and strike a counter-attack as it's Bruno Fernandes into Sancho. Lovely ball into Rashford. Rashford's got Patrick Schick in the box if he can find him. Dinks it over. Not good enough. Ederson collects. Mahrez. Oh, he's played a wonderful ball into Haaland, and Haaland's going to try and get away from Areo, but what a challenge. Brilliant defending from the new signing. Ruben Diaz into Haaland yet again, and it's Bernardo Silva out wide to Mahrez on the right-hand side. This time it's Pau Torres who comes across, and defensively, so far in this game, we have been fantastic as Rashford now looks to release Patrick Schick. He does release Patrick Schick. Schick bursts into the box. He's got Anthony across. I just couldn't find him again. Rafael Leao plays in Haaland straight ahead of him. It's a foot race here between Haaland and Varane. Haaland gets there first, and now Leao brings it forward down this left-hand side. Nice little flick back into the path of Theo Hernandez. He looks for a crossing opportunity. Instead gives it to Leao. Leao drives into the box. Looks for De Bruyne. Haaland. That is sensational. Manchester City completely rip us open, and having dominated this opening 42 minutes, they catch us cold on the counter-attack, and Erling Haaland makes no mistake inside the penalty area. Bellingham into Patrick Schick, who's come deep, finds a nice ball to Rashford. Rashford tries to give it to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes twisting and turning, goes back to Rashford, just trying to see if I can find any sort of opening. Lovely ball into Jude Bellingham. He takes it, shields the ball away into Patrick Schick, who strikes, and Patrick Schick, lovely finish, gives us an equaliser here at Old Trafford. Beautiful, beautiful build-up play, and it was Patrick Schick on hand, the man of the moment, our top goal scorer this season, who applied a lovely finish. Great footwork there from Bellingham to shield the ball, and Patrick Schick with a beautiful turn, a beautiful finish. It's 1-1 at Old Trafford. Bellingham into Patrick Schick, lovely ball. Patrick Schick going to try and play this across. Blocked off by Diaz, corner. De Jong's going to take the corner, and De Jong's going to look for the head of Areo. Oh, almost. It was just headed away, but it's back to De Jong. He'll have a second bite of the cherry to whip it back in, this time looking for Schick. Just couldn't reach him. Haaland for City again. Oh, that is beautiful from Haaland. He's just ghosted past my defence. Varane is going to try and put a block in, and Varane, that is a sensational challenge. It's Haaland once again for City, but it's Areo again this time who's in the way. And defensively, again, we have been very, very good so far in this game. Jude Bellingham now into Patrick Schick. He turns really nicely, tries to get away from the defender, feeds in Rashford, I was about to say. But it was a beautiful interception by Ruben Diaz, a much-needed interception. And now City can break. It's Haaland. Haaland just skips away from the challenge of Areo. Haaland still has it. Haaland looking for options. He's managed to skip away again. It's De Bruyne into the box. What a save from De Gea. Varane down the line, though, into Anthony. And Anthony can now play in Jude Bellingham, who's managed to escape. Jude Bellingham goes into the box. He turns back. I'm going to look for Anthony. I was trying to find Anthony, and instead he tried to play it into Rashford. And it just wasn't the right ball. Rodri for City. A matter of minutes, moments moments left in this game for one of these teams to try and find a goal. And at the moment, it looks like it's going to be City. De Bruyne tried to burst into the box. Arreo is there again. Varane, oh, he just gave it straight to Haaland. No, don't do this. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. We've gone and given this away. We've gifted it to them. Bernardo Silva on a plate just powers it past De Gea. And oh my word, I don't believe it. Well, it's Varane who picked it up, and I was just I don't even know what I was trying to do. He just gifted it to Haaland, and Haaland played it across into the path of Bernardo Silva, and he was not going to make a mistake there. He just puts it under the arms of De Gea, and Manchester City have gone and won this game in stoppage time. And I just cannot believe it. The referee blows the whistle, and have we just blown our Premier League title hopes today? Memphis Depay's on the floor. He can't believe it. I can't believe it. We battered them all game. Defensively, we were brilliant. And then right at the end, right when it mattered, we fell apart. That man Haaland with the goal and an assist. City beat us 2-1. And that late drama does now mean that City is 6 points clear of us with a massive superior goal difference. And if we want to win the league this season, we've got to pray for a miracle. And to pile on even more bad news, Dallow's now knocking on my door. He doesn't want to be here anymore as he thinks I'm damaging his career as he's not getting any game time. It's a bit of a shame really, because when I was playing with 4 at the back, he was actually the main man at right back and he was playing really well. But with this new formation, I just don't have any room for him. A great response against Brighton does keep our Premier League title fight alive, just. Goals from Antony and Bruno Fernandes give us a much needed 3 points. But unfortunately, a single goal from Rashford is not enough as Spurs put the final nail in our Premier League coffin. A 2-1 win for them means we drop 3 points and surely puts us out of the title race. And it's even more frustrating, as you can see on the right, City actually lost to Crystal Palace, which means if we'd have beaten Spurs, we would still be level on points with them, although they would have a game in hand. And it just doesn't seem to be going our way in the Premier League this year. And speaking of City, they've just come in with an offer for Dalot, ironically. I don't really feel comfortable selling to a rival, so I'm going to go ahead and reject it. And instead, I'm going to accept an offer from Barcelona. But now, though, it's time to turn our attention to a cup competition we do have a chance of winning. And as ever, I will sim the first leg of this game. And what a start. 2 early goals from Sancho and Schick set the tone as we beat Dortmund 3-1. And it puts us in a brilliant position heading into the second leg. And as you can see, no surprise, Dalot accepts that Barcelona offer in very quick time, meaning he will be leaving the club in the summer. In the meantime, though, I'm going to rotate my squad and give him another chance to play as we batter Watford 3-0. Memphis Depay getting 2, a Neto goal sandwiched in between, and that is a pretty easy win. For now, though, it's on to the big one. As you can see, it is the second leg in front of the yellow wall in Germany, in Dortmund, against Borussia Dortmund. I've said time and time again, I have a history of bottling big European games, and I've even proved that today in the Premier League against City. We are 3-1 up on aggregate. All we need to do, keep it tight at the back, do a professional job, and we will be in the final. Varane into Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham's got an option of Antony on the right-hand side. He finds Antony. He finds Patrick Schick. Schick goes back to Antony. Lovely play. Antony's going to try and find a ball right across into the path of Sancho. And the goalkeeper got there first. Özcan into Julian Brandt. Brandt just bursting forward. Absolutely no one putting a challenge in on him. And straight away, Dortmund on the attack. David De Gea forced into a save. But where on earth was my midfield? They've got a corner here that they're going to whip in right into the penalty spot. It's a good head. And it's De Gea. And I think a combination of De Gea and maybe Varane or Bellingham off the line. And we are living vicariously here. Chukwueze now to try and drive forward on this left-hand side. I apologise in advance if I continue to butcher that man's name throughout this game. As Haller picks it up. Özcan, Brandt, De Jong is just there, just in time. And seriously, we need to start upping our game here as we are in trouble. As Rashford now can try and release Sancho. It's a poor ball. Intercepted by Slotterbeck. That is soft. And now Dortmund can try and attack again. It's end-to-end stuff here inside this opening 40 minutes. They've got it. It's Haller who strikes. And Haller puts Dortmund 1-0 up here. And they now have a route right back into this game. It's 3-2 on aggregate. Giovanni Reina on the left-hand side. Dortmund have got their tails up here and they're really now looking for a second. Pressing ahead and they're doing a brilliant job of it. It's Sebastian Haller again trying to drive into the edge of the box. Reina back into Alexandro here. We just can't seem to challenge them. Reina's got it again. I'm trying everything I can. I'm smashing circle to try and put a challenge in and just no one's doing it. Reina into the box. De Gea, it's just drifted out and Pau Torres can get it clear. Where on earth are my defence as Patrick Schick wins that ball into Antony. Antony, I tried to play it to Schick and I just played it too heavily there. But Marcus Rashford wins it high. Rashford into the box. Rashford to strike. Rashford to level the scoring here. I apologise. I'm just getting too excited myself. Rashford gets us back on level terms. It's 4-2 on aggregate. And my word, did we need that one. Varane looks for Antony on the right-hand side. Antony finds Patrick Schick. Schick to try and release Rashford. It's a beautiful ball and he's just straight offside. Reina bursting down this left-hand side for Dortmund. They are in search of a goal here. They desperately need one. It's Özcan into Sebastian Haller. My defence all over the shop. They found the goal. It is 2-1. We are carved open and with just under half an hour to play, Dortmund are right back into this game. Antony now on the right-hand side looking for Patrick Schick ahead of him. Finds Patrick Schick. He tussles away. Oh, beautiful stuff to get away from 3 defenders and whips the ball in looking for Rashford. Can't find him. Can De Jong get there? No, he can't. Haller for Dortmund. Into Brandt. Oh, Brandt just touches that pass for Varane like he's not even there. Again, where are my defence? It's Reina into the box this time. De Gea just gets his hand on it. My word, we are living life dangerously here. It's a corner that Julian Brandt is going to take. All Dortmund need is 1 goal to level this score, and Rashford heads it away into the path of Özcan. He takes it down really nicely. Just going to try and drive to the edge of the box here. He keeps going, but Rashford again putting a challenge in. This time it's Reina who's got it. Pellegrini, Pau Torres is there yet again. Bruno Fernandes can try and escape with the ball here, and Fernandes has an option of Patrick Schick. He finds Patrick Schick. He takes it really nicely. What a save. Just under 10 minutes remaining here. We've got a corner. We just need to keep it tight. It's a big head. I think it was from Varane, and it goes out for a goal kick. There is literally 5 minutes remaining in this game. All we need to do is keep it tight at the back. Schick, lovely ball. I tried to find Antony. There was just too much on it. And now this gives Dortmund the opportunity to try and break here. What a ball. Varane tried to get there ahead of Gomez, but he couldn't. Haller now has it to Pellegrini. Into Chukwueze again. It's Haller once again. And this time it's Frenkie de Jong who gets in the way. De Jong tries to escape with it. He does. It's Depay. I'm just going to try and take this one to the corner flag. We are over the allotted stoppage time. I'm literally taking this to the corner flag. Hold it there. Don't hold it there, but the referee blows the whistle. Game over here, and we are in the Europa League final. We did our best to try and throw it away, but my word, we just about get the job done. The players celebrate. I'm celebrating. We've got an opportunity for European glory. And after beating Milan 4-3 on aggregate, that final is going to be against Monaco. And you know what? I put us as favourites for this one. But with only 3 games remaining in the league and 6 points behind City, unfortunately, I think our race may well truly be run on this one. I'm going to sim the remaining 3 games, starting with a huge 4-3 win against Arsenal at home. 2 goals from Antony, 2 goals from Patrick Schick. What a fantastic game. But without doubt, the final nail is officially put in the coffin, as it's a really disappointing 1-0 home loss against Brentford, and that is our title chances well and truly done. But we are going to end our season on a high. Rashford getting on the score sheet again, Pedro Neto and Eriksen also doing the same, as we managed to beat Norwich 3-2 away from home. And of course it means City do end up champions, a whopping 9 points clear of us in the end, and we finish a whopping 10 points clear of Spurs in 3rd. And whilst it's disappointing we didn't win the league, we will be playing Champions League football next season, and I'm confident with a few additions we can definitely win the title next year. But that's providing I'm even in a job next season. As you can see, my status is weak with the board. They expected me to win both the league and the FA Cup, which clearly I haven't done, and they're expecting me to win the Europa League. And if I don't do that, I could well be sacked before the end of the season. But here we go. The biggest game of this career mode so far. It is the Europa League final against Monaco, and this is our opportunity, our first opportunity for European glory. Dominic Calvert-Lewin into Fofana. Fofana trying some trickery and gives it back to Dominic Calvert-Lewin on Iheanacho. And it's De Gea who came out at lightning speed to block off the strike there, as Monaco putting the pressure on early doors. Varane getting blocked off. It's Fofana who picks it up. They got it back, and it's off the bar and into the back of the net. Kamara strikes from distance outside the penalty area, and inside the opening 25 minutes, we have a shocking start. Monaco take the lead. Jude Bellingham Down the line, into the path of Anthony. Lovely stuff. Lovely interchanging passing between the two of them. Anthony's going to try and look for an option in the box. Can't quite find one. Shift it back onto my left. This time I'm going to dink it back in. And it's not the best ball, but De Jong can pick it back up on his chest. Lovely pass all the way out to Sancho. He's managed to keep it in play. He shifts it onto his right. Sancho to flick it back in. This time looking for Bellingham. He can't get his head on it. De Jong can head this back down into the path of Anthony. Anthony goes back in field and gives the ball away to Garcia, but wins it back high. Jude Bellingham to strike. It's off the defender. Shit tried an audacious bicycle kick. It didn't work out. What is that? Look at the ball. Oh my word, that is sensational. Did you see that assist from Jadon Sancho? Oh my word. Jude Bellingham gets the header to level us up, but it is Sancho who will take the plaudits. Oh my word. Well, it was bouncing around like a pinball inside the Monaco penalty area, and look at that for an assist. A scorpion kick from Sancho to just lay it into the path of Bellingham, and he made no mistake, powered it past the goalkeeper with his head. My word, we are back on level terms here. Sancho into Marcus Rashford. We've got our tails up here now. And Bruno Fernandes is going to... I was trying to fire a ball right the way across to Anthony. And it was a really poor one. Onyenachu takes that past Araya like he's not even there. And now he tries to drive into the box. It's a lovely ball into Garcia. Where on earth am I defence? They try and play it across. And De Gea yet again is there just in the nick of time. Sancho, Rashford into Bruno Fernandes. That is lovely build-up play. Fernandes just was a little slow in taking the ball back. He's into the penalty area though. Gives it to Marcus Rashford. He shifts it onto his left. We're crowded out. It's Fernandes though on the volley who puts us 2-1 up. Again, it was bouncing around in the Monaco penalty area, and it was Fernandes this time who made no mistake, and within a blink of an eye, we are 2-1 up. Monaco can break here. It's Onyenachu again to try and drive forward. He tries to just dink a pass right over into the path of Diatta, who's been quiet, but Pau Torres almost just gifted them a goal, similar to how Varane did against City earlier on in the episode. My word, we are living life on the edge. Fofana for Monaco into Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He tries to wriggle his way away from Morayo, and he does a really good job. Fofana from distance. It's pretty easy for De Gea in the end. Into Sancho. Sancho tries to flick that one around the corner into Rashford. He just couldn't get there in time, and now Monaco can try and break. Fofana's got an option on the left-hand side, but that is a horrendous pass into Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes is going to try and play this back to Sancho. It was really well intercepted though, as Sancho was going to be away down this left-hand side, and De Jong coming across. Great challenge from Diatta, but he's under pressure, and Mbolo wins the ball back for Monaco. It's Dominic Calvert-Lewin into Jean-Lucas. He tries to find a ball into, I don't know who it is, it's Garcia. It's bundling around. They've still got it. What is De Gea doing? He just decided to stop running out, and in the end, I think that's it's Mbolo. I'm not quite sure who it is. Unfortunately enough for me, though, he is offside. But what on earth was going on defensively there? Jude Bellingham now. Jude Bellingham to release Patrick Schick down this right-hand side. Schick has the pace to get away from the defender. I'm going to try and play a ball across to Rashford. It was too heavy. It was behind him. That could have been 3-1 and put us in a great position. But Anthony can try and bring the ball forward. Not good enough. Jude Bellingham twists away from the defender. Patrick Schick going to try and release Rashford. That is a lovely ball round the corner. Rashford into the box. Rashford to play it across. It is Jadon Sancho to put us 3-1 up here with just 5 minutes remaining. And surely that means we will be crowned Europa League champions. It was a beautiful piece of play. Rashford unselfish, just passed it back across. Sancho on hand to make no mistake on the edge of the 6-yard box. Laid it into an empty net. And surely now we will be crowned Europa League champions. Monaco, though, have got a free kick in a really dangerous position. It's Mbolo, lays it off to Jean-Lucas. And it's a great save from De Gea. Only moments left in this game. The goalkeeper is up for Monaco as they've got a corner here. They're going to whip this one in. It's headed away by Pau Torres. Fernandes will just hack it away. Only 2 minutes remaining. Anthony tries to get there ahead of Jean-Lucas. He doesn't. Jean-Lucas still picks it up. They've got to get 2 goals in surely a matter of seconds. Areo, Varane. I'm just going to kick this one clear. We do. And there we have it. The fans are celebrating. The players are running onto the pitch. We finally get our hands on a piece of silverware for the first time in this career mode. It has been a long, hard season, but my word, is this thoroughly deserved. Knocked out of both other domestic cups. We gave up our title fight, but the Europa League is ours. The Europa League will be heading to Manchester for the first time in this career mode. It is a deserved win here today, and we've done it the hard way. We've had so many hard games in this Europa League, but we've managed to get the job done, and Bruno Fernandes lifts the trophy above his head. It's the first time we win a trophy in this career mode, and hopefully it is the first of many. And there we have it, confirmation, Manchester United are Europa League champions this season. Patrick Schick finishes our top goal scorer with 29 goals in 48 appearances. Marcus Rashford comes in second with 25 goals in 45 appearances, and he's got 12 assists to his name. What a season for that man. Anthony manages to chip in with 14 goals and 7 assists in a great season for him. And Memphis Depay chips in with 11 goals and 7 assists in a very, very good season for him as well. The switch to free roaming clearly worked for Fernandes, as he's managed to chip in with 7 goals towards the end and 3 assists. And as for Jude Bellingham, it's 11 assists and 5 goals in 47 appearances. And as for my other new signing, Frenkie de Jong, 14 assists to his name, 5 goals in what was a tremendous season for him. However, the burning question now is, with a 64 rating from the board and having failed to achieve any domestic success this season, will I still be even in a job next year? But somehow, someway, the board have said, yes, I will be in a job next season. That Europa League win proving invaluable today, and it means I will see you again next time for Season 3. Thanks for watching.